What's up, math fans? I want to do solving equations with fractional coefficients. Basically, if you see an equation, you see an equal sign, you see fractions, there's different ways to handle it. I'm going to teach you my favorite way. So if you look at number one, here's a fraction, here's a fraction. The quickest way to do this, I think you learned this a long time ago, is to cross multiply 5 times that numerator and then 4 times this numerator here. And that's fine, go ahead and do it. In fact, utilize the pause button a lot, so you can copy the question, pause, and then try it on your own before you listen to what I'm saying. But you already know cross multiplying, that's a different video. I want to show you a new trick that also works very similar to cross multiplying. Cross multiplying only works when you have one fraction equal to another fraction, also known as a proportion. However, if you look at 2 and 3, this is more than one fraction equal to another fraction. There's fractions all over the place. I don't like fractions, so I need a little trick to get rid of all these fractions when cross multiplying does not work. So I'm going to teach it to you when cross multiplying did work, so I'm not going to use it. You can do it, but I'm going to teach you another trick, and it's called making the fraction disappear, almost like magic. Poof! Goodbye, vanish, all right? I used to call it the poof method, poof, like magic trick, disappear. You can call it multiplying by the least common multiple. So real quick, here's a little warm-up before we even start the problem. LCM, least common multiple. What is the LCM of 4 and 5? Count by 4s, count by 5s. What did you get to that they both have in common? So if I'm doing 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, blah, 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 right? Now I'm going to count by 5s. Everybody's a professional at that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, blah, blah, blah. The smallest number that they both go into, the smallest multiple that they have in common, the least common multiple, is right here, 20, equals 20. It's relatively simple as long as you know how to count. The quickest way to do it is just take the 4 and the 5, multiply them together, and you also get 20. All right, so either, however you get it, 20 is the least common multiple. Look at 4 and 6. 4 and 5 is 20. 4 and 6, is that going to be 24? Just multiply them together. Actually, that doesn't always work. There is a smaller number. If you count by 4s and you count by 6s, yes, you do get to 24, but there's a smaller number that you get to. Can you think of it? It is 12. So this trick of multiplying them together doesn't always work. You actually have to think for a second if there's a smaller answer. How about here? How about if there's 3 numbers? Count by 2s, count by 3s, count by 4s. What do they all go into? Coincidentally, it also happens to be 12. All right. So don't be scared if you're used to 2 numbers, all of a sudden you got to do 3. It's the same procedure. Just see what they all go into. Don't always multiply them together. That's not the easiest way, or not the lowest common multiple. So sometimes you actually have to think. Count by 4s, 4, 8, 12. Count by 6s, 6, 12. Boom, done. All right? Now that you're good at least common multiples, you're going to use that over here. So that we can finally start the video. I want to multiply this, but I want to poof, make the denominators, the fractions, disappear. So I'm going to do a little trick. I'm going to multiply, and when you first learn equations, you learn you can multiply by whatever you want, as long as you do it to both sides of the equation. So I'm going to multiply by whatever I want, and guess what I want? The least common multiple of 4 and 5, which is, number 1. I'm going to multiply by 20, I'm going to multiply by 20. The number 20 is a whole number. A whole number can be put over 1. I'm not going to write it over 1 every time. I'm assuming you already knew that. So I do top times top and bottom times bottom. But wait, in middle school, I learned a trick. If I have a denominator and a numerator and they have common factors, meaning I know the 4 can go into 20, I do something called cross cancel. 4, 20. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 20 5 times. I divide it. If there's a number on top, there's a number on the bottom, I'm dividing. So 4 goes into 25 times. Now that I have 1s on the bottom, the denominator is pretty much gone. You don't have to write that 1. That's what I just said. Any whole number can be over 1. You don't have to write the 1. So 5 is on top. 3y plus 1 is also on top. And basically I distribute from there. I get 15y plus 5 equals, look at this, same thing. 5 goes into 20. Poof! 5 is gone. 5 goes into 20 4 times, and I gotta distribute again. I have no idea what that is. Let's see, 44 times 4, 16, 16 plus 1 is 17, 1, 7, 6, minus 4y, distribute the 4, okay? Remember, you can always pause and rewind if you missed anything, if I went too fast. This is a simple equation where the variables on both sides, so I'm not going to combine them. I'm actually going to add 4y to both sides. I don't think I need to walk you through this. I think you got this. I got 19y plus 5 equals 176. Now it's a two-step equation. Subtract 5 on both sides. 19y equals 171. Oh darn, I ran out of room. Good thing, because I have no idea what 171 divided by 19 is. But y equals whatever that is. Okay? Any questions on that? Let's see. 20 into 180. 2 into 18 is 9. I'm going to guess that this is 9. And I'm going to ask that you check my work by doing 19 times 9. 19 times 9. Oh, yes, I am confident. All right? All right. Okay, next. I'm going to leave number 3 for you to try on your own. Number 2, look at this. Look at all these fractions. I can't cross multiply even if I wanted to. So I have to use the least common multiple method. When I say least common multiple, I hope you know that I mean least common multiple of the denominators. So you could also say least common denominator. So what's the least common denominator here? I got 4, 3, and 2. The least common denominator, we agreed, hopefully, is 12. So again, you have to do it to every single term, not just 2 terms. You got to do it to all the terms. So I'm going to put a 12 here, 12 here, 12 here, and poof, 4 goes into 12 3 times, so I'm going to have to distribute that 3. Look at this. Poof, 3 goes into 12 4 times, so I'm going to have to distribute that 4. Look at this. Poof, 2 goes into 12 6 times. Okay, you ready? Distribute. No denominator, just the top. 3 times y, 3 times 2. That's 3y plus 6. This, be careful. If there's a minus sign, I treat it as a negative. So this is really negative 4. Negative 4 times y is negative or minus 4y. Negative 4 times negative 3 or minus 3. That's positive 12 equals, and 6 times 1 is 6. Okay, this time you can combine like terms. 3 minus 4 is negative 1y. Positive 6, positive 12. 6 plus 12 is 18. Equals 6 drops down, minus 18 on both sides. Negative 1y equals negative 18 minus 6 is 12. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, and y equals positive 12. Any questions on that? If you do, write it down, type it in the comment section, and I will address it. All right, so get used to these steps. Find the least common denominator, multiply everything by the least common denominator, poof, cross cancel, then distribute what's left, and then solve your equation. It's a lot of steps. Be patient. Here, try it. Be patient. I'm definitely going to leave number 4 up to you. So that's a great practice question for number 4, and I'm going to start you with number 3 and then leave you on your own. Okay, let me know when you're ready. All right, here's the beginning of number 3. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. 4 terms, but I only see 3 denominators. So first you can assume that there's a 1 on the bottom. That's not going to change your thought process. 12, 4, 3, what is the least common denominator? They all go into 12. Even the 1 will go into 12. So I multiply by 12 here, multiply by 12 here, multiply by 12 here, multiply by 12 here. I'm going to point out this piece here. Nothing will cancel, but it doesn't matter. There's a 1 there, so I don't need it to cancel. I'm going to just go straight 12 times 2. In fact, I'll drop it down. Equal sign. 12 times 2 is 24. Y. Okay? Everything else is on you now. Poof! The 12s cancel. 7y should drop down. Poof! 4 into 12 is 3. Remember, that's a negative or a minus 3. So 7y minus 3. Good, because 3 times 1, right? Still 3. And poof, this is a -4 times 5 is -20. I'll leave the rest up to you. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.